there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. Give me fuel, give me fire, Mountain Dew that I desire. Woo! Ah? Ah? You get it. Anyway, welcome back, and let's hope that Metallica doesn't come after me. That's right, we are back with a new Mountain Dew flavor. Except, as we're about to discover, not exactly as new as it sounds. We are trying Mountain Dew Game Fuel. This is the citrus cherry variant, and it's paired up with our good friend from the Halo series, Master Chief. For those of you who don't know about me or think, my God, all she has time for is sodas, you're wrong. I have time for sodas and video games. I play a lot of video games, and it really doesn't matter what platform. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, Sega. Uh, the first gaming system I actually ever cut my teeth on was my parents' Commodore 64. So, uh, been a gamer since before I can remember. Um, so, obviously, I love soda. I love video games. So, it should come as no shock that if you pair those two together, I'm probably gonna head over to it. And actually, that has happened. Game Fuel as a brand is actually I don't want to say fairly old because that makes me sound old, but it is old enough to vote, is what I'm going to say there. That's right. In 2005, the Game Fuel brand as a concept comes out with Mountain Dew, or I guess Pepsi Cola, PepsiCo, the company that actually owns the Dew. Um, Pairs up with Microsoft to do this thing called like every 10 minutes. And every 10 minutes, and if you had a branded Mountain Dew bottle with the label, there was a code underneath it. And you could put that code into the every10minutes.com website to try to win a new Xbox 360. Utterly fascinating. I remember doing this and not winning. um, but nevertheless, my love of soda and video games was unquenched, let's say. Um, and by 2007, Mountain Dew kind of pivots this brand and creates Game Fuel as a soda that they align with a um, new video game that's coming out. And of course, because they're such good friends already, PepsiCo and Microsoft pair up again to highlight their new Game Fuel flavor, Citrus Cherry, with Microsoft's newest game that they wanted to highlight, Halo 3. That's right. Essentially, since the beginning of these sodas, Master Chief and Citrus Cherry are like this BFFs, tasty BFFs. Um, and then they released it again. They released it, the citrus cherry flavor, in like again in 2009, aligning it with the Horde from World of Warcraft, and create a second flavor, wild berry, which is blue, to represent the Alliance. They do it again in, I want to say, 2011 with Modern Warfare 3, the OG one, not the one that just kind of got released. They pair up again citrus cherry with a tropical flavor that was green. In 2012, uh, Master Chief and Citrus Cherry are reunited to highlight Halo 4. This continues on and on. I will post at the end of the description of the video a link. As I was doing research for this, Mountain Dew has some. There are soda fans out there, and so there's a great Mountain Dew wiki, which has a timeline of all the Game Fuel flavors. And for me, it was an interesting trip down memory lane. I hadn't realized how many of the Game Fuel flavors I had drank in my time. It is really a testimony to, I guess, fluoride or something in brushing and things that my teeth haven't rotted out of my head, I guess. But needless to say, citrus cherry comes back again and again and again, and is paired up with games again and again and again. And I can say pretty confidently that other than like this 2012 UK citrus cherry variant, also supporting Halo 4, but just in the United Kingdom, and apparently a championship version of it that came out last year, but was paired up with like Doctor Disrespect. Um, I think I've had all of the flavors at least once. So I don't know what that says about me, other than am easily pandered to. Uh, anyway, uh, with this though, after about 2014, citrus cherry kind of just becomes a standard game fuel flavor, and game fuel as a concept just sort of exists out there for a few years. 2016, and admittedly, this is a little bit why I'm a little leery about this. Citrus Mountain Dew starts trying to like change the amount of sugar that is in their soda. I mean, kudos to them because let's face it, anybody who's had a Dew knows it's quite sugary. But the first time that they try to like lessen the amount of sugar and make it like with aspartame, all the delicious chemicals that I love, they actually did it first with a citrus cherry game fuel. And I know that because I remember buying it because I was excited to see it in a gas station and thinking that it tasted pretty not great. And I was like, what happened to this? So we'll see today if they have gone back to like, or at least the OG flavor as it exists in my mind, or if they've stuck with the more lighter sugar one that they introduced in 2016. Also, one last thing. I'm sure you folks have seen Game Fuel in your gas stations. You're like, well, Game Fuel has always been around, and it's an energy drink. You're not wrong. Around 2019, they start winding down the Mountain Dew Game Fuel soda brand, and start like attaching it to their energy drink brand. But earlier this year, they started winding down that and brought back the soda. Would I hesitate to say that it's probably a nostalgia move, but I suspect it's probably a nostalgia move because millennials, we don't have a lot of money, but we have enough money to maybe buy a soda for $2. So, and again, as I talked about earlier, sometimes game fuels by itself and the citrus cherry, or sometimes it's with a travel buddy. This actually has a travel buddy. I mentioned it last week. It's Mystic Berry, and it's that one's actually paired up with Diablo 4. Um, I'm not able to get that in a bottle form as of right now. Anyway, this video is running a little long, so let's take a look at the label. I do like this design. You can see here again, unlock points to earn gaming rewards. There's our good friend Master Chief, Citrus Cherry, Game Fuel. You can see you can get points on Xbox, and actually, I believe for this, this is for Halo Infinite, by the way. Um, they are pairing this up where you can like enter in, I think, codes and stuff, and maybe get like a specific map, or I think there's like a specific map for multiplayer that they've released with Halo Infinite that is from Mountain Dew, along with like some other branded things with the skins in the game. Don't quote me completely on that. I admit, as much as I am a gamer, I never really got into Halo. I know, shock. Um, but I do know that it is a keystone of the Xbox experience. I am, however, an Xbox fan over, well, I guess not over PlayStation, but I own a lot more Xbox games. I've sunk a lot of time and, quite frankly, a lot of money into that. With that, though, I do like the design of this. I look forward to seeing if I can find it what the design of the Mystic Berry bottle looks like. With that, let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Well, it smells properly sugary. Um, Actually, it reminds me a little bit. The smell kind of reminds me a little bit of the voodoo flavor we had this year. So there's definitely that undercurrent of cherry. If they're doing the same flavor ish or taking the same sort of strands of flavor, like I think I can tell that in the smell. And with that, oh, okay. So as I'm pouring it, it looks richly red here, as you can see, or um, I believe actually they refer to that as scarlet. But in here it looks a little more orange. Again, I really hate the reflection thing here. Let's see. It looks more ah, there we go. It looks more orange, but again, citrus cherry, so you'd expect that. Bottoms up. That that is the sugary drink that I remember. Um, yeah, that is definitely OG 2007 flavor, not the 2016 thing they tried to do. Um, that being said, it is again, as I say a whole lot, incredibly sweet. If you like Mountain Dew's general sweetness, you will be fine with this. Um, it has a little bit of it kind of tastes a little bit as if they poured a little of like live wire, their orange flavor, in there. And I don't want to say they paired up their code red with it, but it does have like the overbearing. I say overbearing because I do like code red too, but code red is so heavily sweet cherry, and livewire is so livewire is where you get viruses. Livewire is so like almost acidically orange. I think you could probably pour those together and try to get the color to match this, and you probably get a pretty similar experience to Game Fuel. But I'm not angry at it. I find that quite tasty, but also again very very sweet. It needs to be cut with ice. But it does remind me of being in college and staying up all hours of the night playing video games with my friends. And for the nostalgia factor alone, I'm gonna recommend it. Um, Next week, I am going to try to find the Mystic Berry flavor in a bottle. And the reason why I'm avoiding the bottle or going with the bottle over cans is that I don't want a 12 pack of that in my house because I will drink it, and that's a problem because it's delicious and I love sugar. I assume it's delicious. But the Mystic Berry flavor is new. If we don't have that, I do have Fago's newest flavor, Dreamin' Orange Cream, waiting to go. So either way, we have a soda queued up for next week. Until next time, drink weird and don't leave your armor at home, I guess. I don't know. Something, something, Halo, the Covenant, and other stuff. See you next time.